Let me ask you something. Have you ever wondered why some days feel completely out of control, even when nothing dramatic has happened? Maybe you wake up tired, your mind feels noisy, and you wait for motivation that never arrives. The truth is, off days are a natural part of being human. They do not mean you are lazy or weak. In this episode, you will learn a science-backed 5-step strategy to reclaim control within a single day. You will not only improve your English listening skills, but also learn practical tools to manage your focus and emotions. By the end, you will understand how small, intentional actions create momentum. You do not need perfect conditions. You do not need strong motivation. You only need simple steps that shift your state. And when your state changes, your direction begins to change too. And if this lesson gave you something useful, I'd love it if you tapped like and subscribe to the channel. It helps you stay connected, and it also helps this little learning community grow. Every click really does make a difference. With love, let's dive in. Why do we feel stuck in the first place? We often feel stuck because our brain is overloaded with unfinished thoughts and small worries. When too many ideas are moving around in your mind, it becomes difficult to focus on one clear action. This mental clutter creates stress and confusion. Instead of starting something small, you think about everything at once. That feeling of too much reduces energy. It is not laziness, it is overwhelm. Your brain prefers clarity and safety. When it does not see a clear next step, it slows you down. The good news is that overwhelm is temporary. It is a state, not your personality. And states can change quickly when you take intentional action. You do not need a big solution. You only need to reduce the noise. When your mind becomes clearer, your body feels lighter. And when you feel lighter, taking action becomes easier and more natural. What is a brain dump and why does it work so well? A brain dump is a simple exercise where you write down everything that is inside your mind without organizing it. You take a piece of paper or open a notes app and you begin writing tasks, worries, reminders, ideas, fears, plans. Everything goes onto the page. You do not judge your thoughts. You do not try to fix them. You simply move them from your head to a visible place. This works because your brain relaxes when information is stored safely outside of it. When thoughts stay inside your mind, they repeat again and again. That repetition creates pressure, but when you see your thoughts written down, they feel more manageable. You can separate what is urgent from what is not important right now. That small act of writing reduces cognitive load and gives you an immediate sense of control and clarity. Why does cleaning a small space help your mind? Cleaning one small physical space has a powerful psychological effect. When your environment is messy, your brain receives signals of unfinished work. Even if you try to ignore it, part of your attention stays connected to that mess. This increases mental tension. When you choose one small area, like your desk or a shelf, and clean it for a short time, you create visible order. Order outside often creates calm inside. You do not need to clean everything. That would feel overwhelming. The goal is not perfection. The goal is progress. When you finish cleaning that small space, you see clear results. This builds a sense of competence. Your brain begins to believe that improvement is possible. That belief shifts your emotional state from feeling stuck to feeling capable and in control. How can 5 minutes of movement change your mood? 5 minutes may seem too short to matter, but intentional movement changes your mood quickly. When you move your body, your brain releases chemicals that improve focus and emotional balance. You do not need intense exercise. You can stretch, walk around your room, or do light movements. The important thing is to move with awareness. Do not scroll on your phone. Simply focus on your breathing and your body. When your body moves, your mental state shifts. Energy creates more energy. If you stay still while feeling low, your thoughts often stay negative. But when you stand up and move, you interrupt that pattern. You send a signal to your nervous system that you are active, not frozen. That small action can reduce stress, increase clarity, and help you feel more present and empowered. Why is preparing for tomorrow so powerful? Preparing for tomorrow reduces what psychologists call friction, which means small obstacles that make simple tasks feel harder than they should be. When you wake up and have to decide everything from the beginning, your brain uses energy immediately. Decision fatigue appears early and stress can follow. But when you prepare something small the night before, like choosing your clothes, packing your bag, or writing your top 3 priorities, you remove unnecessary pressure. Your morning becomes clearer and calmer. This simple act builds self-trust because you are supporting your future self. You are saying, "I care about how tomorrow feels." That mindset is powerful. It changes how you see yourself. Instead of reacting to the day, you begin leading it. Preparation does not need to be complicated. Even 5 minutes of planning can create confidence and smooth momentum for the next day. Why should small actions matter more than big dramatic changes? Big dramatic changes often feel exciting at first, but they can quickly become overwhelming. When you try to change everything at once, your brain senses risk and pressure. Pressure can create fear, and fear often stops action. Small actions feel safer. They are easier to start and easier to finish. When you complete a small task, your brain experiences success. That success releases positive feelings and builds motivation naturally. Many people believe motivation must come first, but action usually creates motivation. When you focus on one manageable step, you reduce stress and increase progress. Over time, small, consistent actions become habits. Habits reduce mental effort because they become automatic. Real transformation is rarely dramatic. It is built slowly, through repeated simple actions that create stability and long-term growth. How do you transform overwhelm into empowerment? Overwhelm feels like everything is happening at the same time and nothing is clear. Empowerment feels different. It feels focused and steady. The difference between these two states is attention. When you focus on everything, your nervous system becomes stressed. When you narrow your focus to one simple task, your body relaxes. You stop thinking about the whole week or the entire problem. You think only about the next step. That step may be small, but it creates movement. Movement builds evidence that you are capable. Evidence builds confidence. Confidence builds empowerment. You do not need to control your entire life to feel strong. You only need to control your next decision. When you shift from asking, "How will I fix everything?" to asking, "What can I do right now?" you immediately reduce anxiety and create inner stability. Why is claiming a daily win essential for long-term resilience? If you complete tasks but never recognize them, your brain focuses only on what is missing. This creates a constant feeling of not being enough. Claiming a daily win changes that pattern. At the end of the day, pause for a moment and identify something you did well. It does not need to be impressive. It can be small and simple. The key is acknowledging effort. When you recognize progress, you train your brain to notice growth instead of failure. This builds self-trust, which means believing you can rely on yourself. Self-trust is the foundation of resilience. Resilience is not about never struggling. It is about continuing despite struggle. When you see proof that you can act, even on difficult days, you develop inner strength. That strength supports you during future challenges. What happens when you repeat this process regularly? When you repeat these 5 steps regularly, they become a personal reset system. Instead of feeling lost on difficult days, you know exactly what to do. This reduces emotional chaos. Your brain begins to associate small actions with relief and clarity. Over time, your recovery becomes faster. You may still have low-energy days, but they no longer control you for long. Consistency builds identity. You start to see yourself as someone who responds with intention instead of reacting with frustration. That identity creates stability. Stability reduces stress because you trust your ability to handle discomfort. The more you practice this process, the stronger it becomes. These small shifts are not temporary solutions. They are long-term skills. And skills, once learned and repeated, become powerful tools for navigating life with confidence and balance. Why should you stop waiting for motivation? Waiting for motivation may feel logical, but it often keeps you stuck longer than necessary. Motivation is emotional, and emotions change quickly. Some days you feel inspired, other days you feel tired or uncertain. If you depend on feeling ready before you start, progress becomes unstable. Action is more reliable than emotion. When you choose to take a small step, even without excitement, you prove to yourself that you are in control. That sense of control increases confidence. Confidence creates energy. Many people believe they must feel strong before they begin, but strength often appears after action. When you move first, your feelings follow. Instead of asking, "Do I feel motivated?" ask, "What is one small thing I can do anyway?" That simple shift reduces pressure and increases consistency. Over time, this habit builds discipline that feels calm and sustainable. How does this strategy build resilience over time? Resilience is not built through one big success. It grows through repeated small recoveries. Each time you feel off but still choose to act, you train your brain to stay steady under pressure. This 5-step strategy creates emotional balance because it focuses on manageable actions. You clear mental clutter, organize a small space, move your body, prepare for tomorrow, and acknowledge a win. These steps calm your nervous system and create structure. Structure reduces uncertainty, and reduced uncertainty lowers stress. Over weeks and months, these small resets become natural responses. Instead of feeling overwhelmed for days, you recover faster. Recovery speed is powerful. It protects your energy and your confidence. The more you practice this system, the more you trust yourself to handle challenges. And self-trust is the foundation of lasting resilience. What if today is already a difficult day? If today already feels difficult, that does not mean the day is lost. You do not need to restart from the morning. You can begin at this exact moment. Even if it is late, you can still write a short brain dump to clear your thoughts. You can clean one small corner of your room. You can stretch for 5 minutes and breathe deeply. You can prepare one small thing for tomorrow, and you can recognize one action you completed today, no matter how small it seems. The power of this method is flexibility. It works at any time. You are not behind. You are not failing. You are simply adjusting. When you take even one intentional step, you interrupt the feeling of helplessness. That interruption creates hope, and hope creates movement toward a better state. How do small daily wins change your identity? Identity is formed through repeated evidence. When you consistently take small actions, you collect proof that you are capable. At first, these actions may feel simple, but over time, they shape how you see yourself. Instead of saying, "I am always unproductive," you begin thinking, "I know how to reset." That shift is powerful. Identity influences behavior more than motivation does. When you believe you are someone who handles challenges calmly, you act in ways that support that belief. Small daily wins strengthen this identity. They build an inner voice that says, "I trust myself." Self-trust reduces fear because you know you can respond to difficulty. As this belief grows, bad days lose their power over you. You understand that a bad moment does not define who you are or where you are going. Are you ready to reclaim control today? Reclaiming control does not require perfect timing or perfect energy. It begins with one intentional choice. You clear your mind. You organize one small space. You move your body with awareness. You prepare something for tomorrow. And you claim a simple win. These steps are small, but they create immediate momentum. Momentum changes how you feel. When your feelings shift, your focus improves. When your focus improves, your actions become clearer. You do not need to transform your entire life in one day. You only need to change your direction slightly. Direction is shaped by daily choices. As you continue listening and practicing English, you are already building discipline and growth. So today, choose one step, then choose another. And notice how quickly clarity replaces overwhelm and confidence replaces doubt. And if you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to like and subscribe so you never miss the next lesson. Your support means so much. It keeps this space alive and growing. With love, thank you for being here, and I can't wait to continue this journey with you.